In the process of developing Proxy, we've actually had an amazing level of talent come up from right on campus here at the LA Film School Animation and VFX program. First of which is one of my good friends, Harrison Luckman, who actually flew in from Indonesia and is one of our international students, but has come on board and really showed an eagerness and passion that, few students really ever, that you see really from, someone so young and so talented. From the game production program, we actually have Dean and Ricky, Dean Campos, Ricky Alvarez, and these two guys kind of came in as these yin and yang brothers of destruction to kind of tackle a lot of the level design and really the basic environmental needs for level 1. And so them working together with Harrison really formed a nice little level team that we would check in pretty much 3 days a week. And aside from some funny arguments and some heated debates, I think these guys have been an incredible asset to the team in really creating and fleshing out the first level and carrying on from there. Another individual who really showed an exceptional level of talent was actually our art director, Marvin Chavria. I got to work with him when he was a student a few years back, but he was one of the first guys that blew me away within my own curriculum. He sat down in class and literally did everything that I do backwards and still managed to be at top of the class. And so he's really been a lot of the lifeblood of this project, and it oozes in everything from our initial environment tests to our speed paintings to some of our character designs on Proxy, and without him we wouldn't be where we are. Another individual who's really helped us out is Christian Salvador. Now, the thing that I love about Christian is that he is literally one of the most hardworking guys I've ever seen. Professional, student, amateur, doesn't matter. This is a guy that has that drive and that work ethic. Actually, matter of fact, the entire time he was helping us on Proxy with our storyboards and animatics, he was actually working as a compositor for Guardians of the Galaxy. So whenever I could possibly extract any sort of work or just a few drawings from here and there, he literally had somebody barking down his neck trying to get a live production, and they were paying him way more than I was. So the fact that he was able to accomplish what he's gotten is just an incredible feat. So without him, that animatic would not be where it's at. We also have Michelle Huttonen. She, again, came in with an exceptional level of talent. She was already a very talented illustrator and concept artist coming in, but then when she stepped up to take on a lot of the character paintings that really flesh out her design and the feel of the people for New Los Angeles, she just hit the mark. I would give her my sketches, my clean black line artwork, and say, hey, could you throw some color tests and see what you would do? And she would come back with 6 or 7 different variants of our main characters and how they looked. So it's kind of cool too, because down the road, if we ever wanted to make any sort of skins or adjustable content, we have artwork for days based on Michelle's work. So thank you to her and her amazing talents. Another artist who came on board was Kingsley Wong. He was actually a really talented ZBrush artist, and I've seen his sculptures and the stuff that he was doing in class, which really impressed me. But it wasn't until he got into model creation where he took a 3D model of a car and steampunked it out so it kind of looked like this futuristic hybrid. And it was funny because me and another instructor had already come up with our first model of Trent's car in the world and what it would look like, setting the tone for all the other vehicles in our project. But Kingsley was the first student to be like, oh, that futuristic retro style is kind of cool. Let me just, and he just made this amazing model, right out the gate. So it was really cool to see that happen. Another individual from the very beginning was Eddie Ortiz. Eddie actually came up with the majority of all of our weapon designs. And it was really cool because I literally would just talk to him about a couple different sketches of I kind of think if you kind of took an M16 and cut off the front and maybe put up an MP5 and attached them to some iron sights and a holographic scope, and he was like, I got it. And he would just do pages and pages of thumbnails of these really wicked gun designs. I mean, so much so, it was really one of the hardest decisions really to choose from all of his initial thumbnails and say, okay, which one would look coolest in 3D? And truth be told, every single one of them would look awesome in other games and other franchises, but it was the fact that he was able to bang these out so quick and so fast that really impressed me. So Eddie was definitely an instrumental part of our production. So one of our big heavy hitters that came on board was Peter Newton. Peter came in already as a programmer, was like, oh, I kind of know this Unreal stuff, but let me learn some of this environments. And sure enough, within a matter of weeks of just asking him to help out with a few things, he pretty much created our flying car demo. And that code is still pretty much the same this way along into level 2, and we're just now adding all the geo and triggering systems to level stream the project. But Peter, when he touches the code, he's just like, I don't know, maybe I can, and he just goes to work and makes it look amazing. So again, Peter is also just one of the smartest guys I know. Without him, there wouldn't be a Proxy. Lewis Kaufman is actually the character modeler for Trent and Alicia, and he was one of the most talented guys coming out of the ZBrush courses here on campus, and I asked him, oh, would you mind taking a look at these sketches and seeing what you can pull out? Well, sure enough, not only did he bang them out effortlessly on his first try, but he was just a really amazing professional in that any sort of critiques and tweaks that I needed done to the model, he would make effortlessly overnight, spit them back to me, and it was just a very organic process coming through, and he's done an amazing job of really fleshing out the characters and just making my sketches come to life. So, he's like a wizard in my eyes, so I really thank him for that.